Hello, hello, it's Tash Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to It's Saturday, your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us,
It's Saturday.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here.
Let's go.
Okay, you guys, today we're joined by the one and only Jason, aka JJ Estefanous, in his gorgeous downtown condo
Stunning.
in Toronto.
Gorgeous.
JJ is an influencer extraordinaire, a true socialite who brings the heat into any room he walks into.
Whether he's leading the way in the world of social media, curating captivating content through his media company, or setting fire to the dance floor at the hottest parties in town, JJ is a force to be reckoned with. So welcome, JJ, to
Oh my
Saturday!
god. Thank you, ladies.
Oh my god.
So honored to be here on the pod and whatnot. And I think influencer's a bit of a reach, but
Okay, stop. Are you kidding me?
Talk to your 12,000
I feel like everyone knows you. You're literally known everywhere.
Yeah.
You're a celebrity in
I-
Ottawa, Toronto,
Honestly.
Canada.
California,
California.
Egypt, wherever.
I'm an international hoe, I guess.
Okay, this is actually really cool too because not only are we so excited to have you, but this is the first time we've ever recorded on an actual Saturday.
Yes.
Oh,
So
really?
This is kind of an iconic
The
moment.
authenticity, I love it.
Yes, it doesn't get more authentic than this.
It's
right
a
now.
Saturday. On a Saturday, we're a little hungover. We're trying to get through
Stop.
it. It's okay.
Don't out me like that.
We may have been here like 12 hours ago.
Yeah, we were literally here. It looked like he
A
didn't
site
even throw a
visit, if you
party.
will.
Like, yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so for the people that for some reason maybe they actually don't know you.
They
can
live
you-
under a rock.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like where did you grow up? When did you move to Toronto? Like give us a little background.
Yeah,
Just the tea.
absolutely. So, I mean, I was born in Montreal. I moved to the States when I was about 9 after my mom passed away. My dad, he's an avionics engineer, so he kind of just took us like
wow.
all over the place. Didn't stay in a location for much longer than like a couple of months.
That's hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was,
Did you like that?
it was. I hated it in the moment, honestly, but looking back now, I feel like it really helped shape me.
I was just
in a
thinking
way.
that. It's probably how
Yeah.
you're so like social and adaptable no matter where you go. I feel like you're able to
Yeah.
like set roots and like
Yeah.
Moved around a lot
connections.
growing up.
Yeah, I think adaptable is the perfect word
Yeah.
because it's like I didn't have time to really make deep connections. I had to quickly make some sort of impact and like meet people, be somewhat memorable, and then build friendships in a matter of like days.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it definitely, I'm sure it affected me in a few different ways, but I mean, I'm sure we could talk about that.
We're gonna
on
get
the-
into that.
I'm
We're
sure we'll
gonna
get into that, but yeah, I spent most of my days really in California.
my gosh.
Grew up there, and then came to a realization that I needed to get my life together at some point. So I moved to Ottawa in 2016,
Okay.
Okay.
and that is where I met you, lovely ladies. I
Yes!
walked in. Yeah, and then did Ottawa for about 4 years. Decided that I kind of missed the fast-paced lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I was frequently coming, back to Toronto often and visiting and, meeting cool people. And so I decided, you know what, I think it makes sense for me to move here and set up roots. And it's been a blessing ever since.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, I feel like you are beyond Ottawa.
Yeah, you
Like,
are.
long in Toronto.
Honestly, Ottawa was really, really good to me.
Yeah.
It's almost surreal to kind of think about because it was one of the hardest decisions I ever could have made for myself, and to even, I'm just extremely grateful for the people that I met, the growing up that I did, the adulting that I did, and I've made some friendships that will last me a lifetime. So I'm extremely humbled and grateful.
Would you say Ottawa was your favorite place that you've lived? Like-
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Oh,
Absolutely
Oh
not.
No.
my goodness.
California,
No,
right?
no tea to Ottawa, but like it
Yeah.
was a lot. It was what I needed it to be.
I was
Yes.
at the time.
Yeah, at the time. At the time when, I was not lost, but just distracted.
Yeah.
And without a clear path.
Yep.
And whatnot. And I had my dad's voice in the back of my mind, like, what are you doing with your life? You know what I mean? So, but I will say this, Ottawa is going to be and remain to be like a huge milestone,
Important.
core
Yeah.
period in my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way at this point.
Aw. Do you have
Yeah.
siblings?
I do. I have all half sisters actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I have 2 half sisters from my mom's first marriage.
Okay.
She divorced, then met my father, had me. My mom passed, then my dad remarried, and then I had my little half sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when you were deciding to choose a university, why did you choose Carleton? Like, what was you drawn to about it?
Honestly, it was the guidance really that I got from my cousins. They all went to Carleton as well.
Okay.
And it just made sense geographically.
Okay.
Because I realized if I had gone to Montreal or Toronto, I would probably be going down the same rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't want that now, did we?
Yeah, you know, I had to do the same thing too. Like, I actually went to school in Toronto my first year,
Yeah.
and it just, like, I was too young to be in such a big city. I wasn't, like, doing well in school.
Oh, I
I was
didn't
not
even
making
know
I didn't even know that you went to Toronto.
I went to York University
Oh
my
my
first
God,
year.
no way.
And then
There
my mom
was.
passed away, and then I moved back to Ottawa. And
Wait, what? How did I not know that?
yeah, no, we can talk about that later.
Oh.
But then I was, like, similar. Back in Ottawa, like, that's where I needed to be at the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't do Toronto, like,
Yeah.
that young. It's a lot to
Yeah.
go
It is
to
a
a big
lot.
city. So I feel like you made the right choice to, like, go to Ottawa, and then when you were ready to...
Yes.
You know,
And
Yeah.
Came
Yeah.
here.
and you joined the fraternity, K-Sig.
Oof.
That's how we
Shout
met
out
you.
K-Sig,
Shout out
my
K-Sig.
boys.
K-Sig,
Yes,
K-Sig.
How was
K-Sig,
your
K-Sig.
how was your experience with that, like being in a fraternity?
It was something I didn't realize that I needed to fulfill in my life.
Okay.
But bit of a backstory. So I actually pledged for a fraternity in the States.
Which one?
I'd rather not say,
Okay,
just
okay.
you know, out of respect. But
Fair.
there came a point where I just kind of almost, I had some family shit going on, and so I needed to drop. But I also was really, really scared. I was this little skinny boy, and
Aw.
I just wasn't in a place where I was mentally strong enough to finish.
Okay.
So it was always something in the back of my mind that it was like one of my biggest regrets and failures in life, I think. So I think what I told myself was, I'm going to do this time around for me to show myself and prove to myself that I could do it. And I do believe that everything happens for a reason, because, you know,
Absolutely.
had I not joined KSIG, I wouldn't have some of the brothers that I have today.
wouldn't know us.
Or I wouldn't know you two beautiful ladies
So true.
and whatnot. And yeah, I believe that it was fate, and it was how it was meant to be. So,
Wow.
That surprises me because you come off as such a confident person. You radiate confidence.
dear God, no.
So no, it's surprising to hear that you went through a period of time where maybe you weren't as confident.
Oh, that was
That's
actually
surprising.
most of my life, to be honest.
So tell us about that. How did you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, where do I even begin? I mean, I think it kind of stems from, you know, we're in a society where, you know, looks and everything like that is just so glamorized, and it's the first thing people think about, unfortunately. So if I think back to high school, I was this extremely skinny guy from a conservative, like Middle Eastern family, religious family as well.
Okay.
So I was, not only was I kind of like, you know, put in some sort of a box, but I felt like I was also like late to the social cues and whatnot.
Okay.
So I feel like it kind of always threw me off, and I was always playing catch up, and just feeling like not invisible, but like I was, if it wasn't for my personality in high school, I would have been like outcast.
Wow.
Really?
You know what I mean? So I never felt like I was the guy that girls, I guess, wanted to go to the dance with or anything like that. Mind you, I couldn't even go to the dances because like it's not good. We don't do that.
You weren't allowed to go to the dances.
I wasn't allowed to go to the dances. I wasn't really allowed to have much of a social life outside of school.
So your father was really strict growing up.
It wasn't actually my father. It was
Oh.
more so just like the dynamic that I was in.
Okay.
I think it just your mind is kind of like developing in a way where you just don't feel like, you know, you're being seen, or you're like, you don't feel confident in yourself, right? So it wasn't until maybe, I think there was like 2 stages in my life where my confidence grew. One is when I first started coming out, and then
Okay.
You
the
get to be
other,
yourself in that moment,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and the other stage was most recently, I'd say over the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you come out to your family? Like, how was that? Tell us about that.
Because
Because coming from a religious family, Middle Eastern, I can see that being a difficult thing.
Absolutely. Well, so I started coming out to my friends near my senior year in high school.
Okay.
But for my family, it kind of started with my dad, actually, funny enough. This was around the time where I think marriage was being legalized in California. So I started posting on Facebook about like some topics and whatnot, just some thoughts.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was this boy. I was like, you know what? If God hated gays so much, why is gay marriage being legalized and whatnot? Just like that thought process
Yeah.
and whatnot. But anyways, I'm in my room. Picture it. I'm in my room and I'm just laying down, minding my business, you know, reading a book. I read? No.
Looking at a magazine.
I was laying down on my bed and my dad comes in. I was like, hi, Baba.
Yeah.
Dad.
Aw, yeah.
He's like, I want to ask you something. I'm like, oh boy, shit.
Ooh.
You're like, what did I do?
Here we
What
go.
did I do?
I'm
What
ready
did
to
I
go
do?
back.
Did I say something at the family party?
Yeah. Shoot.
Did he see me
Is
at the
that-
dance?
Yeah. Oh my god. And he was like, I have to ask you something. I was like, are you gay? I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
And my life flashed before my eyes.
Wow.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, are you gay? And I had a moment in my mind where I was like, I can either be honest
Yeah.
or I can just brush this away and
Yeah.
say,
No, what are you
No.
talking about?
Yeah.
no.
You had to make a decision.
I mean, it was a quick time
Yeah.
decision, right? $1 million on the line. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I am. And it was kind of like the first time that I saw my dad cry.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I tried to like talk him through, like, I told him, I was like, Dad, like, I know what you're thinking. And I've tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, really have tried to, you know, push it back
Yeah.
or act against it.
Yeah.
And somehow it just kept coming back. And I thought, and I didn't know how to feel or you know, when you keep suppressing something
you're
so
denying
much, you're
yourself.
denying
Yeah, you
yourself.
can't be
Yeah.
you.
So I told him, I was like, yeah, that. And he told me, he was like, okay, you have to speak to your aunt. She's a psychologist. You need help. You know, all these
Wow.
things.
Okay.
And I said, Dad, I will talk to whoever you want me to,
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
but I don't think it's going to change anything.
yeah.
And I will just do it for you.
Wow.
And what I didn't know is that he actually did call my aunt.
Wow.
And what she told him, she was like, Joe, my dad's name, this is normal. This is natural. And I didn't find this out until years later.
Wow.
Years. And actually, that's why, now that I think about it, I think that's why my dad didn't really bring it up again.
Okay. Did she tell you this or did he tell you this later on?
I had went to go, we were visiting my aunt in New Jersey maybe like 3-4 years ago. And I just pulled her to the side. I was like, hey, do you remember when around this time, like, did my dad call you? And she was like, yeah, he did. I was like, what? Like, what did he say? Or what did you say? And she told me that she told him that. And
Wow.
I was floored for a second. And mind you, like, guys, I have a great relationship with my dad now.
Yeah.
You know,
That's really good.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
he's
hear that.
he's great. It's more of like a don't ask, don't tell, but I kind of sprinkle it in a little bit wherever I can.
Yeah.
But for him, I think he was always concerned about, as long as I'm, you know, I do something with my life and you know, be successful
Yeah, and you're happy.
and get a degree
Yeah.
and well, no, in Middle Eastern families, you know,
I
it's
know.
like they have to be able to boast about you and
Okay.
and make sure like everybody knows, oh,
Your-
my son got
yeah.
a degree. My
Your
son
children
got
are
the
your
job.
trophies.
Trophies.
Essentially, look at they're a doctor, they're a lawyer, they're doing
yes,
this.
a
Yeah.
curvy trophy.
100%.
Yes, a rainbow curvy trophy.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that. I think
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
telling these stories are important, and anyone listening, if they're like, whether their parents are strict, they're religious, and they haven't come out, and it's Pride Month right now, and I think this
Oh my
is
God,
also
yeah,
very
yeah, oh, wow,
important
yeah.
to talk about this.
The agenda.
Oh my God, we didn't even plan that,
Wow,
but
that's actually-
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Amazing.
Happy Pride.
But I think it'll help anyone listening to
Yeah.
just, you can do it, and your families, whether they accept or not, I think you're being true to yourself and being vulnerable. And it might not always be like that moment where you had that decision to either tell your father or not. That was a very vulnerable moment to be like, you know what, instead of putting up this guard, you're going to say, yes, I'm going to tell you. And it was difficult, but looking
yeah.
now, like it was the right decision to do. And I'm getting teary eyed. Like, oh my God, that was insane.
It wasn't until I started coming out that I felt like a whole new person.
Yeah.
That confidence.
That it's not even a confidence. It's more like letting your energy shine. That's within.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And you have so much beautiful energy.
Now I do.
No, and honestly, people who don't know you, and I think we'll talk about this in a second, but JJ, whenever you come into any room, like you just light up the room. You are the energy. You bring so much good energy.
Yeah.
You take care of your friends. You take care of your friends like family, and everyone thinks so highly of you. But I think for most people, they see you on social media. They see this guy on Instagram who has like thousands of followers, and you're a good-looking guy. You might not seem like that approachable, like to the common person who might see you.
The Instagram scroll.
Exactly. How have you experienced that in your day-to-day of like having misconceptions about you through?
Yeah. I definitely have gotten that a couple times.
Yeah.
It's literally the same conversation. They were like, "Oh, I thought you were going to be this cocky, self-absorbed prick," or something like that.
To put it nicely.
To put it nicely, and to find out they were like, "But you're actually like this sweet dork."
Aww.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're goofy.
So, goofy.
Yeah.
What'd you call me? No, I've definitely gotten that a lot, and it's just another testament to like, you know what, social media is so curated.
Yes.
In a way, and I'll say it, like I thought I wasn't being too, social media influencer like or whatever, and just showing my life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But it's true. You do choose to show the best parts of your life,
Highlight
right?
For
And
sure.
it's not always pretty. It's not always good.
Yeah.
It can be stressful. It can be, there's months where like you're just struggling for many different reasons.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's important to be more open about those things for sure.
Yeah.
But I am trying to be a lot more self-aware of what I post.
Okay.
Now so more so.
Okay.
Just because, you never want to be the reason why someone is hating their life or comparing their life and whatnot. Mind you, like it's little small things that you can choose to post. Like I'm trying to be more mindful of like not posting every single thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because quite frankly, no one cares.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I find.
I really like posting things like the next day, so then you can enjoy it in the moment.
Yes, being
and
present.
post
Being
about
present,
it.
Being present.
Take
Yeah.
the picture, take the video,
Right.
save it for
For
later,
later.
post it the next day.
Yeah.
kind of
I like
That's also a
that.
good
Yeah,
rule,
that's a good
yeah.
rule. Yeah.
100%,
Yeah.
So speaking of social media, like I have to ask, because you do have so many followers, and I just want to know, like, how did you gain
You know
such a-
everyone. Literally, you know everyone.
How do you have such a large following, such a large social network? Like,
It honestly, I mean, you guys have seen me in social settings. I really try to be open to everybody, and have conversations and eye contact. I think eye contact
really
is really, really important because it's like you want to give this person however much time, like, you're talking for, and having that eye contact, I think, is memorable.
Yeah, it's very personal.
It's very personal. It's not like you're not trying to look at your phone while you're talking to someone. It's just kind of rude. And I mean, we've all done it. But I think I just make an effort to socialize and meet people. And I think that kind of comes from, that whole period in my life where I was moving so much, right? So I, would adapt to these different settings and situations and try and make myself known, somewhat unintentionally now, but I just try and be a positive energy, and that I think has people seem to. It resonates well with people. It
connects with them.
It connects with
right?
them. Yeah.
I have a funny story. So I remember when we went to Mexico, literally by day 2, this guy knew the whole staff. He knew the chef. He knew the bus driver by name. Like everyone's like, "Hi, JJ. Hey, JJ." I'm like, "Bro, we've been here for like a day." And he already has their phone numbers. Like he's calling them up. He's like, "Hey, like, can you make me a reservation?" I'm like, "Bro, like this guy already knows the whole town."
I honestly, I don't know what it is. I just try try and, remember everybody and try and be someone that people want to be around. And
it's working.
And I think, it has, I guess you can say, translated into social media, because they'll be like, oh, do you have Instagram? Oh, do you have Instagram? I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And speaking of that, so tell us about JJ Media.
Yeah, tell us
Oh,
about
yes.
that.
Yes.
Business.
Yeah,
Savvy. Let's go.
Yeah.
So JJ Media, I started about 2.5 years ago now.
Okay.
Wow.
I started it actually right when the pandemic started, because as you both know, I used to do like events and promotions.
Yes.
In the
I
straight
remember those
scene, not the gay
days.
scene, the straight scene.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when COVID hit, there were no more parties
events.
happening.
Yeah,
right?
gotta pivot.
You got to pivot. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm missing out on a couple $100s a month. Like, that's lifestyle changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? I can't do this life without
guac or no guac.
Not like Chipotle order.
Guac or no.
Guac or no.
You can't be getting Starbucks every morning.
No, oh my god. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so I was like, I was like, okay, what am I good at?
Yes.
Not much. But
Big difference.
Let me get my
but,
list
no,
right
that's not, but I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of good at social media.
Yeah.
Okay. So I started like hitting up like friends that I knew that with businesses, and I was like, hey, like, do you have someone running your social media? Maybe I can run it for you for a couple $100s, and try and make that deficit. You know what I mean? Like make up for that. And I was then later introduced to like my lead designer now. And I had just asked him for like, hey, can you just create something for me? I need this for like a client or something like that. And it was like love at first connection type of thing.
Oh.
He's just such an amazing, talented individual. And we work really, really well together. So it just naturally progressed and became a form of a digital media agency.
Okay.
And like, I'm so grateful to God that like this happened. Like I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that I would have a business, let alone 2.5 years. We've helped over 100 people.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
crazy with like websites and graphics and logos and
That's
assets.
impressive.
Wow.
JJ,
What sorts
that's
of
amazing.
companies have you guys worked with?
We've worked with everyone from like tech to cannabis to e-com,
Okay.
retail, you name it. Like there's sports.
Wow.
And whatnot. So yeah, no, it's been
We'll
a
link
really
it.
humble experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
thank
there
you.
a specific project that stands out that was kind of like
Ooh.
really memorable, or like one of the coolest projects you've kind of worked on?
I mean, honestly, they've all been amazing, and
Yeah.
the best thing about it was they've all been projects and with people that I either knew as friends or referrals, word of mouth. Like very fortunate that we haven't had to do any actual marketing yet.
Yeah.
So thank God
That's
for
really
that.
impressive.
That's really,
That's
really
amazing.
impressive. Yeah.
That's where the whole networking thing comes
Yep.
into place, right? And I always tell people like, network your ass off, because it can.
No one's gonna do it for you.
No one's gonna do it for
But
you.
you never
right?
know when those connections will come in handy in the future.
Precisely.
Yes.
And I think there's become something of a tie to JJ and what I do, like my media, like the media. So it's like, oh, if people need this, oh, I know JJ, like, you know what I mean? Like that's just like that correlation. But sorry, to answer your question, one of my favorite, so something about me, I'm like kind of a little nerd. Like I love, like, good God. Like I grew up on Pokemon and Digimon.
Oh, I love it.
Like,
I love it.
You know what I mean? All of those things. And so when one of my good friends, Edno, he opened up a business in Ottawa. It's called Hobbiesville. And so they are a retailer for like all collectible items, like toys and training cards, all that nostalgic stuff, right? And so they work with Pokemon and they sell Pokemon cards. So we created a full-on 3D animated ad to promote I think it was like 25th anniversary of Pokemon. So my inner child was gagging. I was like, oh my god, like, not Pikachu, like, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, give me the holographic Charizard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I wish I kept that shit. Oh my god, I had all those cards.
I had all of them too. Binders of them.
Same.
Binders.
Binders.
I could be a millionaire.
Literally.
I had
Literally.
all the holographics.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
biggest regret of my life, honestly.
Should have hoarded.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about dating because let's have some fun. Okay, what is your love language? Do you know?
Oh, my love
Oh.
language.
Okay, wait, but first tell us what yours is, and then how you
Like
Yes,
to act.
yes,
What
okay.
you like
That's what I was gonna
receiving
say.
and what you like to give.
Yeah, receiving. Okay, so love languages that I like to receive
Yes.
are physical touch and words of affirmation. I think the most because anxiety. and I
You're stunning, you're beautiful.
need some form of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Reassurance.
Like reassurance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Everybody loves that.
And I also think that has stemmed from me being super anxious in the past.
Okay.
And being like, feeling like, I'm not good enough. Like, do they like me? Do they not? Do they not?
Okay.
Like, I used to be desperate for a relationship. We'll cut that out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah, those would be the two main ones.
Okay.
And what I like my love languages that I like to give, I guess,
Yeah.
would be I love gift giving. It's just a way that I like to show that I'm thinking about the person, or that I thought about the
Yeah.
person, or that
Just tiny little
care to.
things.
Yeah, not even tiny. Like the budget is up. My friends know this about me. Like I love giving gifts.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I don't know. I love it. And it's one of the things that drives me to work harder so I can actually do that.
Yeah.
Like
You know what I
spoil
mean?
Your
Yeah.
friends and families
Yeah.
whenever you're dating.
And then I think probably physical touch.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a physical boy.
We like
love
some
that.
Yes.
handsy.
With consent, of course.
Oh my god.
So when you're like trying to meet someone, do you like to meet someone organically, or do you like go on dating apps? Like what's pick your poison?
Yeah. Oh, poison indeed. No, yeah. I mean, we've all heard of Grindr.
Wait, what's that?
A toxic place.
Oh
A
my
very,
God.
very toxic transactional place, if you will. You know what I mean? So there's, I mean, I've done it all. Like, from the dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, you name it.
Yeah.
And I've actually met some really amazing people through it.
Okay.
Right? It's not all lovely chats and
Yeah.
and images.
Yeah.
Tasteful.
Artsy.
But artsy.
Artsy.
Yes. So I've done all the apps and stuff like
Okay.
that. But like, I think now it's like when you meet someone organically at like a place or
Yes.
through a friend, mind you, like the amount of times, I'm sure we all know this, like that friend will be like, oh my God, you're gay? Oh my God, you should meet my gay friend.
That one
I'm like,
gay
who's
friend.
your,
I have.
One gay friend,
Who's your
yeah.
gay friend? Yeah. You think we're gonna click just like
Just
that?
'cause we're gay?
You're
Just-
sorely mistaken, my love. Yes.
What's
Yeah.
your like go-to message if you're like, do you slide into the DMs or like
I
if
mean,
you match with someone? What's your
Listen,
message?
I'm really old school, and I'll go with like, "Hey, what's up?"
ASL.
Or
You up?
past 11, sure. But no, no. But like, actually, quite recently, there was a man. I won't say his name, but it was his birthday recently, and I saw a bunch of people posting, and I was like, "Oh, this man's hot." So I just got, I don't know what possessed me, but I added him, and then I shot him a message.
On
And
IG.
On
on
IG.
Instagram.
Oh
I
my
sent it to
God.
his DMs. Who am I? And then I think like we had previously met once in passing. So I didn't think it was like such a far concept for me to say, oh, it looks like it's your birthday, like happy birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's really
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
and then the rest is history.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So then what's one of the best dates you've ever been on?
Oh, one of the best dates I've been on. I won't say when. It's kind of recent. But no, we the gentleman was very chivalrous and took the initiative to plan things. He picked me up. We went for drinks. And then we went for dinner, and it was just really, really nice and organic. And the thing that stood out the most to me was he actually put in the effort.
Yes.
Because I find that I'm usually the one that
He's like
puts
initiated.
it. Yeah, he's initiating. He's directing in a way, and I'm like, oh,
That's
okay.
hot.
It's
You're there.
extremely hot. Like I'm like fluttering right now. Like,
God, it's hot. It's getting hot.
take
in
this
here.
shirt off.
I'm
Oh my
dripping,
God.
you guys.
We might have to take this off.
No, guys. This isn't OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's like
That's our other
exclusive.
channel.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
You have to pay for that
That's
one.
Sunday pod.
God.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's the moment where someone is truly taking the time and the effort to make these plans, because I did find that it was often me, and I don't know if maybe that was me still being like desperate and longing for that connection.
Yep.
But it also, I think it just speaks to the person's personality and them being in the driver's seat for a bit, you know?
What's your type?
My type, I actually like it. All colors. Everybody's beautiful.
All colors of the rainbow.
Yeah. All the entire rainbow. For me, I think there's a few different things that matter to me. Ambition. Like I love a really, really hard worker. I think it's super attractive, and it inspires me to work hard as well. And you know, if both of us are like, you know, lifting each other up and supporting each other. Someone that takes care of themselves. You don't have to be a huge muscle beefcake. You know, even like a slim fast, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Takes care. Goes to the gym.
Takes care of themselves. You know what I mean?
Green
Like, you know,
smoothies.
trims a bit.
If they're not going to take care of themselves, how can they take care of
Very
Yes.
that. Someone who's a really good communicator. I think that's really important to me. And I think someone that is genuine and kind, and that I can, like, that can be in a social setting, and I don't have to babysit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I like that. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's important because I have a very busy social life, and you know, sometimes I'm off on tangents. I'm like, hey girl, hey, or hey boy, hey, or hey mama, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, but so like, if I don't want to have to handhold.
Yes.
You
Like,
know
you don't
what
want
I
to go
mean?
to a party and then feel like he's in a corner
Right,
if you're not
right.
there.
I think he
bring
has
him
to be able to
around.
hold
Yes.
his own.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, so we talked about one of the best dates, but have you had a really like terrible date experience that like sticks
Absolutely.
out?
First of all,
I
I
feel like
think.
you have some stories.
Yes.
Do we have 10 hours?
No.
We'll be here for days.
15 hours. No, but there's one that comes to mind. I think if you guys ever want to go on a first date, I think the movies is the worst idea.
Oh,
You're not talking.
You're not talking. You're just sitting next to each other. So imagine that, and someone comes like two sheets to the wind, like high on like cannabis.
Oh.
And so not only are we not talking, but we're stuffing
You're on different
our
planets.
planets. He's like just like stuffing his mouth with popcorn and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, this part's so funny.
He's like, where are we?
You're like, who are you?
I was like, fuck my life. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to leave. And it was so weird because at the very end of the day, I was like, oh, maybe we can go for a walk or something. He's like, oh, fuck, I have to work tomorrow. I was like, and then I didn't even know he was high until he told me at the very end of the night. And I was like, the whole time in my head, I'm like, oh my God, this is going really, really badly.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Is it me?
Did I not wear enough cologne tonight? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So that was one of my worst
I would
days.
never go to a first date.
No,
high.
and also to the movies, it's like, hey, how are you? Like, no, just say
hey, how was your day? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get the popcorn. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Great
movies
chat.
a first date, red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
As other dates, movies now are very fun.
Yes.
But as a
Oh,
first
It's like
date-
years.
Absolutely.
That's like later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What gives you the ick?
Oh, I don't know. There's quite a. I think it depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah. Because one ick on one person might not be the same ick as
Oh,
another person.
okay.
That's actually interesting. Yeah,
You know what I
would
mean?
agree with that. Yeah.
The mind is a fucked up place, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
It's bad. I don't know. There's not really something that gives me the ick.
Okay.
But I think hygiene's really
Yes.
important. Yeah. And someone who's rude to like servers or anything like that.
The worst.
I think
Yeah.
that's super important. It's like how you treat people, how you talk to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, I never want to be around someone who is stuck up and full of themselves and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
What's your stance on kissing on the first date?
Oh, baby, kiss. You
Kiss.
need
Yeah.
to
Physical touch.
Physical touch. You need to kind of test out the chemistry a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little smooch, a
Yeah.
little makeout.
Decide if you want to go on the second
A little
date.
Yes.
graze, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
Just a little graze, you know? I think, I used to have a rule of like, I don't want to fornicate on the first date.
Okay.
But
Used to.
Yeah,
Used to.
and I actually
Until
try,
recently.
I try, but I try to like still keep to that. At least not the first date, maybe the second or third, whatever.
Yeah.
But in my experience, waiting too long made the other person think that I wasn't into them or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, noted. Okay, so in case I was a good Christian woman, that would not have flown. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
Okay, let's
gosh.
talk a little bit about fashion, because obviously you have an amazing sense of style no matter where you go.
Thank
Like
you.
you're even rocking like a sweater, a hoodie right now. Like,
You look good in
you look
anything, honestly. You can rock
Oh, you guys
anything.
are
You
so
look
sweet.
amazing.
Thank you.
How would you describe your style?
I would describe my style as, let me see here, subtle with impact,
Ooh, my
or subtle
God.
and memorable. I
Okay,
think.
I like that.
That's a good combo.
And I would even say something about like, I don't know, like I'm kind of like a chameleon. Like depending on the mood, depending on the vibe
Yes.
that I'm going to, if I'm hanging out with the straights or if I'm hanging out with the gays,
Okay.
like you know what I mean. But so lately I've like, this is actually a woman's hoodie.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
you shop at
go.
Aritzia. You were telling me because I
Yeah.
remember when we were in
What?
Mexico, he was like, Farzad,
Don't out
wear
my
this shirt.
secrets. Cut that shit out. No, cut
But
that
yeah,
shit out.
Aritzia
Blur, blur,
sales are about to
blur.
go
Yeah. Fuck, I hope. I want to be there.
But no, that's amazing. I didn't even think of that. Like, it's
I-
What are your
yeah.
favorite brands at Aritzia to buy?
Oh my god, Babaton and Wilfred.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wilfred,
yeah.
yeah.
I think women have such a great selection of like, you know, different clothes and stuff like that. You guys have so many more options.
Yes.
So if I find something that I like and I just get it in a large or an XL,
Yeah.
Here you go.
perfect. It works.
This works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's one of my
really
little
good
fashion
tip.
secrets.
You're
yeah.
like, what?
And I feel like
yeah.
you could do the same thing.
Yeah.
If
For
you're
sure. I wear
a-
match
Guys
shirts
stuff,
all the
yeah.
time.
Oh my god, when girls wear like an oversized like tee, I'm like, oof, yes.
White, yeah.
Question my sexuality a little bit.
And you're like, what's going on under
Yeah,
there?
wait a second.
Hold on.
So other than Aritzia, where else do you like to shop?
Essence has
Oh,
yeah,
I don't even know
it's a
Essence,
Montreal
that's why I'm
it's
not-
the Montreal store,
Oh, okay.
but they have everything from essentials to even like higher designer stuff, Nike. Like it's just like a one-stop shop.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really really good. That would probably be my go-to. And lately, like those little Instagram shops, like I always like hesitant about those, but they have some nice stuff. So what's the worst that
Why
can
not?
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wore like the outfit you wore this year for your birthday. That blue outfit was
Oh my
so
gosh,
sick.
sick.
that was a
Oh
special
my God.
Was it custom
commission. It was custom made by my two girlfriends, Megan and Morgan. They have
Yeah.
their own. They have
Oh,
their
the
own
twins.
brand.
Twins.
Yeah,
Yes, their shit is so nice.
It's
So nice.
absolutely
They're very
stu-
talented.
Very very talented girls. Like the vision
Yes.
is there, the quality is there,
Yes.
and they have done my outfit the last 2 years, and I will probably continue to work with them because they are talented and they deserve all the success for sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Your birthday is always a hit every year.
Oh
you
my
have like
God.
the whole town come. Like it's like
You rented like an entire club.
Yeah.
I'm out
And then
handing out flyers at the corner of the street. Hey, girl, hey, come to my birthday.
Hey, you're invited.
cute. Come to my birthday. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, no. I think it kind of speaks to the whole like, just being super, super social and networking and all these things. But I am kind of going through a phase of like, I wanna. You can't give 500% to 500 people.
I was just gonna say that because
yeah.
sometimes I feel you're extroverted, but do you need that time to then
Yeah.
reset,
Yeah.
by yourself, to be like,
Yes,
okay, I
yes.
can't talk to anyone. for a
I've
couple
definitely
days.
hit burnout quite a few times
Yeah,
over the
okay.
last couple of years. Social stuff.
Yeah.
And then I find that like, you know, sometimes you're having a conversation with someone, and then if I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I can't wait for this to be over so I can.
So I
no,
can go
not
home.
even like
Yeah.
that.
No,
But
just like
it's
you're exhausted.
I'm exhausted,
I
and
can't
I feel
give-
so bad because
Yes.
I really hope my face isn't showing it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I would look disinterested or anything like that, it's not that at all. It's
It's not
truly
you,
that
it's
I've had
me.
500 conversations prior or whatever. So I am trying to work on just, you know, tightening up the amount of people that I really, really invest my time to. Mind you, like I will be there for anybody and everybody that asks or needs anything, a connection or whatever that I've made. I try to treat everybody like family, even though, you know, like we're not, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of how I was raised.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to protect my mental health and my energy a bit more for sure.
Okay, speaking of like relationships and like relationships with God, spirituality, I know you are a spiritual person. How has your relationship with God transformed over the years? Because were your parents religious growing up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was. Your boy was an altar boy. Shout out.
God.
Shout out.
Are you proud of your
Gosh, we need to find some
I-
photos.
I grew up in the Coptic Orthodox Church.
Okay.
And then I slowly started feeling that I wasn't growing spiritually there. After a while, it's actually where I kind of came out to my Sunday school class as well.
Okay.
It was a bit of a little mic drop moment. Yeah, no, I did that. And so I then started going to different churches and seeing like, hey, like, you know, we have like a Hillsong type of thing, like where it's more praise and worship. And you have like, I like to listen to like Joel Osteen or something like that, because he just presents a message in such a clear and concise way. And something like that. Now, unfortunately, like I don't go to church as often as I'd like to. It's been quite a while. But I do like try and like pray like every night or every other night, and I really try not to always pray for like things that I need, but just trying to like, you know, have a moment and say thank you. Gratitude, humble, like not humble, sorry, like gratitude walks.
Oh, I like that.
And stuff like that, because we're always taking and asking, but you know, if we take a look around, like thank God we're like, we are blessed.
We're so blessed. Yeah, we are.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's that's how I'd say my relationship with God has kind of evolved. I truly believe God loves everyone, and we each, you know, we have our own relationship with God.
Yes.
You know, whatever that looks like. I don't think anyone has the right to judge someone else's relationship, because, you know, I think we'd all be guilty of being hypocritical, and quite frankly, we just don't have the right to judge anyone.
No, I agree.
That's a fact.
That is facts. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love that.
Wow, that was really deep.
I know.
I
Like,
gotta take that in.
dating and then God.
God.
And,
Please be, honey.
I love that. Okay.
Let's do a little bit of your health and fitness journey, because when I first met you,
Yeah.
you looked amazing, but you definitely have.
Not lying on your pod,
You
babe.
definitely have gained a lot of muscle. Like, you've really
Oh
been
my
putting in the
God.
work, and like
Yeah.
it's showing. So like, when did you begin your fitness journey? Like, when did that all start
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah. There came a point where I was just, and this is really bad because it's from a toxic type of influence, so to speak. I felt invisible. I felt like if I would be at a party sometimes, especially with like, you know, a lot of guys and whatever, and I don't know, I just didn't have my teeth were messed up, like I was just like this skinny little twig, and that's nothing against skinny people, but for me it didn't look good. It didn't look good. I looked like I needed a burger and a half, you know. So I just, there came a point where it's like, I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of feeling invisible.
And it's hard to put on muscle when you're
When
not
you're that
like, it's really hard.
I have a really, really hard time putting on weight. So I started really, really upping on the calories and whatnot, going a good life. I started working out with my friend Keith. He's one of our brothers as well.
Keith.
Shout out Keith.
Shout out.
And he really like worked with me and showed me how to do things and whatnot. So I started doing it on my own and whatnot, and it was working, but it was also like I was getting heavy in like different areas and whatnot.
Not where you wanted.
Not where I wanted. No one told me my cheeks were like whatever, but that's fine. We'll question friendships later. But the point is like, that was, I think that started in like 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, whatever. I was just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
And then I think when I moved to Toronto is when I really started taking it seriously. Everyone here is snatched.
Everyone's so fit.
Well, every like corner is like berries.
Yes.
This
berries.
sweat and tonic, spin coat, like it's
everyone's wearing
everywhere.
yoga pants. It's like everyone's on their way to the gym or leaving the gym.
Right. Like everybody is like, they take their appearance very, very seriously here. And then I was like, oh shit, like I feel invisible again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
moving to a big city, you're
big
like
city, small fish, a guppy, if you will. You know? And so I was like, okay, like, so like one of my best friends, Karen, like her and like my other friends that I was hanging out with here, they would go to Barry's almost every day.
I want to go to Barry's.
I want to go to Barry's.
We have to go, you guys.
It's down the street from
It's
me.
down the street. We should go to a class like later on today.
God.
Like it's fun.
Today.
But I truly owe like a lot of it to them, because they helped me they pushed me
Yeah.
to you know, do better
Do it.
and get to a place where I felt a lot more confident in my body. And it's true, like when you do really put in the work and whatnot, the results will show. It's not a quick overnight thing.
No,
it
it's
takes
not.
time,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? But with dedication and proper form,
Proper form
you
is
know,
important.
there's a lot you can achieve.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think having that accountability of people pushing you to be like,
Yes.
we're going today, you
Yes,
know, having
yes.
that person. Because if you
Yes.
don't, then it's hard sometimes to wake up and just go to the gym.
Absolutely.
But you
absolutely.
don't want to bail on
motivation
your
is
friends.
not,
Yeah.
The motivation's not always
Yeah.
there. And, you know, we live in Canada and it's very gloomy and dark and
Half the
gross
year,
half the
yeah,
year.
it's
You know what I
hard.
mean? So, yeah, but it was one of the best decisions I could have made for myself and my journey.
So what's your workout routine like right now? Do you do lifting? Are you going to classes? A
Yeah.
mixture of both? Do
Yeah.
you
So I
jog?
go to Barry's about 3-4 times a week.
Wow,
It'll be mostly catered around lifting, little to no cardio.
Okay.
Only because if I do the cardio, then I'll like start really shrinking again.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what it looks like, and then I'll try and do like a personal training session with my friend Karen every so often.
Nice.
Yeah.
a good
So
setup.
it's good, and then like Barry's has like a community of people, so it's like
Yeah.
even that is also adding to like, okay, I'm gonna go see my friends there, and like we're all gonna sweat and die together.
Yeah.
and, you know what I mean.
And I
So-
think a lot of people, those places can be so intimidating. Like I
Yeah.
remember my first like spinco class or my first like Pilates class.
Yeah.
You get so nervous to be in like a new
Yes.
environment, but then the majority that I've been to have been so welcoming, and
Oh,
just the communities are so
very
great.
much
So
so.
Yeah.
Very much
anyone
so.
listening, like we're thinking about trying a new spot, like it's definitely worth it to just
100%.
I think those types of class environments too, it's helpful versus just going to Good Life and everyone's just in their own world. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
having people do workouts together. I think
For
if you're
sure.
starting out and you have no
Yeah.
idea what you're doing,
I agree.
personal training is also probably important at the
Yes.
beginning when you don't know
Yes.
form and how to
Form.
engage like muscle, like, you know, so
form is, I'd say, one of the most important things.
Yep.
Other than diet. My friend Chella, she's one of the trainers there as well. She really helped to teach me form.
Okay.
Because your form really affects the results that you're gonna get, and you're really actually targeting the right muscles versus like just, you know, aimlessly lifting,
Yeah.
lifting things,
trying to
yeah.
look cool and,
Yeah.
and whatever, and making sure you're being like everyone's watching and stuff like that.
and
you're
that
like,
mind muscle connection, like
I was
not just
gonna
like
say.
doing the movements, but
Yes,
actually like
yes.
thinking about what you should be
Yeah.
working on in that moment
And preventing injuries because you can
Oh yeah,
just,
I've
and
hurt
then you're
myself
out for a few.
deadlifting,
Oh, yeah,
Literally
yeah.
out.
and then
Oh
you're
my
out,
God.
and
And
it's
you're
like, oh,
out.
that wasn't
And you're
worth
out.
it.
It's back to square
100%
zero.
Injuries
Yeah.
are literally
Okay,
the
you
worst.
recently stopped drinking too, right? Or you
Or
That-
simmer
that-
down, simmer
Up
down.
and down.
I mean, y'all don't make it easy.
I know.
We have a podcast called It's Saturday, bitches.
We're like,
Yeah, no,
you
so you know what, like
You cut down.
I can't even like say that with a straight face anymore, just because like lately I'm just like, you know, F it, like I just want
Yeah.
to like
Okay.
just have a few
But
shots
you
with
did
my
for a
friend.
bit.
I did for a bit, yeah.
So can
Okay.
you take us back to what made you decide to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, frick, man, I realized I was spending so much money. It was like
Yes.
every day.
Well, a drink in Toronto is $20 at the bar.
Not even
It's like
eh,
$30 now.
Yeah, but like in Ottawa, it started. That's when I first started
Okay,
it.
Oh.
yeah.
And it was like Joey's every other
Oh.
night. And,
Wine Down
You know,
Wednesday,
Wine Down
happy
Wednesday,
Yes.
all that stuff. So we would go, and it's not just one drink. I'm that
Never.
bitch that'll like
I'm
order
thirsty.
shots for everyone.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's having a
Aw,
good time.
yeah.
So it adds up, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
when you're just consuming, it's like it's quite honestly, it's poison.
It is.
Literally.
We are
it is,
poisoning
truly.
ourselves, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Don't
And
feel
the
guilty.
sugar.
I'm
Yeah.
poisoned.
Yeah, I am
Maybe
poisoned.
the
forever
headache
poisoned.
is approaching.
No, but yeah, the sugar, like,
The sugar.
calories, like on all
Yeah.
the drinks
Yeah.
too. If you're
Yeah.
trying to be like health conscious. About
Yeah.
it.
So I challenged myself. I was like, let me see if I cannot drink for 2 weeks and see what happens.
I like that.
The clarity, the productivity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The abs. Abs. Abs.
Who is
Oh
she?
my
Who is she?
Wow.
So, yeah. So it was eye opening, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this. And it wasn't easy because God bless my friends. God bless all of you. You're like,
It's hard.
JJ, shut up. Like, you know, just take a shot. You're not down for me. Blah 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 blah. Oh, it's like that. You don't love me. I'm like, just
Oh my gosh,
calling
yeah.
me out my name and like all
Yes.
these things, man. I'm like, it's just a drink, bro.
Yeah.
Relax. So it took a lot of mental strength
Yep.
to do it, but I think I lasted for about 7 months.
That's
Huge.
impressive. I can't. Say
It
the
was-
last time
it
I
was
didn't
sober
drink for 7
October or
months.
whatever. I was like,
I
oh my
challenge
God.
you.
Oh
Try
yeah,
it.
we did it sober. Was it this year we did sober October? Yeah, and I
Yeah.
almost failed it like 2 days in by accident because it's just such a
It's
natural habit.
every week
though.
it's someone's birthday.
No, seriously.
And they're like, you're not going to drink on my birthday.
Yeah.
It's the guilt
And
trip.
then-
It's the guilt
Especially
trip.
for you. You have
For
so
you?
many friends. There's the birthday
Yes,
every weekend.
yes.
It's a birthday every day for you.
God bless the births. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But so now do you just find you're like being just a little more like self-aware
Yes.
of it, like not
Yes.
binging or spending too much money. Or
Yeah,
like, if I go
yeah.
with this night, maybe tomorrow night will be
Yeah.
my sober night kind of thing.
Like like if I'll have one, if we're celebrating something, I will have a shot with everybody to celebrate, but don't come at me with the bottle again after that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
for sure. And
Yeah.
like who loves shots really? Like
Oh my
they're
God.
not great.
Can't even think
Yeah.
of shots right now. Oh my God.
So
Oh my
obviously though, has
gosh.
your decision to like kind of take a step back from drinking, has that affected any of your like social life at all, do you find? Or do you find it still easy to
No, I think it's fine. Like I
Yeah.
think it's easier to be present
Yeah.
as well.
do you see people doing dumb shit because you're like they're
Oh,
sober and
I'm
you're just like
"Damn,
you're
was
gonna regret that
me?"
tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm praying for you tonight. Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely a little harder because like when everybody's all like slurring and like whatever, but I
Yeah.
mean it's fine. Like
Yeah.
it hasn't changed much of anything. I'll usually be fine the next day, and that's the best part about
Oh,
it.
it really is.
Yeah. It
When
is.
you're not hungover on the weekend.
God bless.
I don't remember
Yes.
those
Yeah.
days.
Maybe tomorrow. We'll
Maybe
see.
tomorrow.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Okay, we're gonna do a little segment called Smash or Pass.
Oh.
Me and Tash are gonna read off some celebrity names, and you're gonna either say Smash or Pass, and
Okay.
you can give us an explanation as to why or not. We don't care.
Okay. Oh,
We'll see.
boy.
We'll see.
Not
Okay.
Too honest.
Okay, the first one.
It's already smashed.
Yeah.
Smash. Smash.
He was not great.
He was Google rating is down.
Okay, Brad Pitt.
Oof, daddy. Yes. It's smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash.
5 times.
Harry Styles.
Absolutely. I don't know who it's topping or bottoming, but yes,
Ah!
smash. Yeah. Or
Oh my
versing,
God.
whatever.
Okay.
Flip flop.
Drake. Toronto's finest.
God bless Drake. Yeah.
Yeah? I feel like it's just gonna be
Smash.
smash.
Smash. Am I a hoe?
Okay, what about Prince Harry?
You know what? I'm gonna out of respect for Megan, I'm gonna
for the
say
royal
and for the
family.
royal
For the
family,
married man.
and for the
May
queen.
God rest her
God
soul.
rest her soul. I'm gonna say no, Your Royal Highness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're gonna
The
pass.
corgis are watching. Stop.
Andy Cohen, Bravo.
Oh, you know what?
He is.
A few
He'd be
shots
funny.
in. Yeah, he's got a cute face. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just call me by all the Real Housewife
Oh my
names
God.
as
Tell
we
me all
do
the
it.
tea.
Yes.
Spill the tea,
everything.
Will.
Spill the tea. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
speaking of Bravo, then Tom Sandoval.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
Yeah, he's a trash human, but he
Ah,
looks pretty good these days.
He does. He looks really, really
He
good.
stopped drinking and he
Okay,
got
but the
red.
white nail polish, I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
I don't like it.
Oh,
like it.
Dickie, where's your nail polish? You know what? I've lost respect.
Yeah.
Don't know the guy, but like,
But he could disrespect you.
yeah. He could disrespect the fuck out of me one day. Yeah, just one. Yeah.
So smash.
So smash, I guess. Yeah.
Don't tell Ariana.
Yeah.
Don't tell. Don't
no,
tell.
okay, no. Pass.
Pass.
For Ariana's sake.
For
Yeah.
Ariana's.
See.
Okay, Pete Davidson.
I don't see the appeal.
don't either.
I like sure, like he's funny, whatever, but it would be more of like a to-go situation, not like a dine-in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. But maybe like Kim K and I could be like Eskimo
Oh.
siblings. So sure, why
I
not?
love
Yeah.
it.
Travis Barker.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say pass.
I
God
don't
bless
see
him, but
it
I feel like
either.
I'd break him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Ooh.
Oh, I feel like
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like
Just
he'd
wear
be-
your Captain Jack
Oh.
Sparrow
Oh.
costume and say "arr."
Tom Holland. Short King.
Short King. Listen, from experience, Short Kings make love very well.
Oh my
Shout out Short
gosh,
Kings.
shout out.
Shout out.
Okay. I
Yes,
love that.
Spidey senses are tingling.
Oh. Okay,
Sorry, Zendaya.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
While you listen to his music.
Yes. Oh,
Just sing to me.
yeah, just sing to me.
Elon Musk.
Oh, pass. Pass.
Even though he's a billionaire?
I don't fucking care about him.
So awkward.
No.
I feel like that would be the most awkward sex. ever.
Yeah. Yeah, every dollar.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna mix in some girls. Let's do Megan
sure.
Fox.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. I don't even think I need a Viagra for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about MGK then? Threesome?
Threesome, for sure. Threesome, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he'd be like freaky in bed. Yeah.
Okay, a couple more. Julia Fox.
No.
No.
Pass.
Pass,
Hard,
yeah.
hard pass.
Hard pass. Yeah. I'm
Something
not a
about her
big
just
fan.
seems delusional.
Beyonce.
God, Jay-Z will have my head. No. Out of respect for the Queen Bee, I'm gonna say pass, but she's stunning.
Stunning.
All that. Oh, she's beautiful.
She's so pretty.
Yeah. Not respecting people I don't know. Like who?
Yeah.
Jay-Z and I.
They
Yeah.
probably follow you.
Yeah.
What about? Oh my gosh, I just forgot her name. Emily Ratajkowski.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Smash
Yeah,
all day.
I would
All day.
smash.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Oh, I wouldn't, only because she's like one of my favorite icons. So
my favorite.
we don't want to mix
You don't want to taint
business
that,
and
yeah.
pleasure. Like, you know what I mean?
She's family.
She's family. She's family.
It'd be incest.
It'd be incestuous. Yeah. I just went to her concert. You know, we were dancing and having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, so no, we can't mix that.
No,
yeah.
no.
Kim Kardashian.
Oof. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the story.
Just for the story.
Just for the story.
Yes. No cameras, please. Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
I feel like I got a little bit of
Okay.
insight into your type after that.
Yeah.
This has been like the most fun episode.
Yeah.
We went through
Oh
all
my
the
God, you
emotions,
guys, you've been
highs.
amazing. This has
We
been so
got
good.
emotional. We got
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
It
Laughed,
was fun.
cried.
Yeah.
I love what you ladies are doing with this.
Aw.
It's truly amazing, and you guys
Aw.
clearly have a undeniable chemistry, and I feel so at ease, and it feels like home and whatnot. So thank you
That
so
means a
much
lot.
for allowing me the privilege.
We're
to-
definitely going to have to
to
do
be
part
on it.
2, like another.
Oh dear God! Let's hope they don't cancel this one.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
and
Thanks for having
listening.
me,
We
guys.
love you so much.
I love you.
Aw.
I love you guys. Oh.
Can you say it's Saturday?
Oh my
I
God.
wanna
Okay.
hear you
All
say
right.
it.
It's Saturday.
Let's go. And that's a wrap, baby.